Welcome to Eyes on Food. My name is Zafe, your host with the most taste and flavor. Today we are Pardon Me. I'm here with one of the boss in charge.
How you doing?
How you feeling, Dimitri?
I'm good, bro. I'm glad to be here.
We finally made it.
Yeah, I know.
We made it. So today on Eyes on Food, what's on your plate? I know what's on mine. We are reviewing Pardon Me, and I'm here with Dimitri. We're going to talk about what you guys have to offer, what you guys are doing here in the Lower East Side. Are you from New York?
Yeah, I grew up in the Lower East Side.
Really?
Same zip code.
Born and raised?
Born in Paris.
Born in
raised
Paris.
in the Lower East Side. Came here when I was about a baby, 1-year-old.
So tell me about Pardon Me. Why Pardon Me?
I get asked that question a lot, actually, and funny enough, I don't have a direct answer. I think it was more so that a group of friends came together and had, the right ingredients to make this work, and we all realized that, and we were like, okay, we have the logistics down, we have the marketing down, we have kind of the community aspect. And we were like, let's try it. And then a good friend of mine, Doug, was like, hey, I found this location for you, prime location.
This is the prime location.
Prime location.
Fire location.
The rent was great, and he was like, hey, if you want to give it a shot, this is kind of the time to do it. So we were like, all right, let's do it. I had my two friends, they quit their jobs, and they were like, let's try it out. So here we are.
What were you doing before this?
I've had a slew of different businesses, everything from recording studios to I had an online toy company. So that was the last one directly before this. And there was kind of a gap between that and this, and then the right ingredients, like I said, came together, and we were like, okay, let's give it a shot.
So when people come to Pardon Me, like, what are they supposed to expect when they come in here? What's the vibe? What's the energy? What's the sauce?
Definitely a community. That's like, when you come in here, you're like, whoa, everyone seems to know each other from one aspect to another, and there's definitely a community feel, whereas if you go to just a regular bar or restaurant somewhere in the Lower East Side, or for that matter, anywhere in New York City, it kind of feels like you're going in there, and maybe like you lock eyes with everyone because they're a little bit anxious, you're starting to socialize. When you come in here, it seems like, okay, the bartender knows the person at the bar, the DJ knows the table behind them that's eating. Everyone kind of like knows each other, and very quickly you fall into this like, oh, okay, like I belong here kind of environment. It's cool. It's very unique.
That's fine. So why the name Pardon Me?
We fought over a name for like 3 months. The whole construction period, we couldn't figure it out. And last second, it was me, Chris, and Evan, my two partners, at the bar down the street. And our friend Nas walks in, and as he's walking in to get to the bar to order a drink, we're having a conversation.
Wait, Nas the rapper?
No, not Nas the rapper. Although he was named after that rapper. Nas, a good friend of ours. He's walking to the bar where we're sitting, and we're in the middle of a conversation. Okay, how do we name this place? And he walks up and goes, Pardon Me. And we thought that he was saying that as a name option for the bar. In reality, he was saying Pardon Me so he can go ask the bartender for a drink. And we were like, oh, that's a great name. And then, it went from there. And that was actually the last day that we had to name the bar because we were filling out our liquor license application. So it had to go in that day. So it was like perfect timing.
That's perfect timing.
It's crazy.
So take us through like the menu and the vibes. We're gonna be going through that next.
Sure.
Tell me a little bit more of like what you guys are about to ideate going further with Pardon Me, and what should we expect? Why should we keep our eyes on it? And what do you guys have to offer on the menu? I can't wait to get a plate, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. So like I said, being community oriented, like we listen to the feedback heavily and we make changes fast. Like, we changed our menu in the first 1 month of being open. It's a French cuisine, French-American a fusion. So you have your classics. You'll have like, mussel farcis. We have a few like non-French iterations. We have like, compressor skewers and stuff like that. But all the traditional things are on there, like steak frites, all of that. The menu is going to be seasonal. So, come springtime, we'll swap it up a little bit. But it's very community driven. So like, if we try something on the menu and people are like, oh, this is like the best. We have like meatball skewers and things like that. And they're like, oh, these are the best meatball skewers we ever had. We're like, okay, cool. We're gonna push that more. But we listen. A lot of restaurants are like, hey, we're an Italian restaurant. We only sell this. We only do that. We're very malleable. And that's why I feel like when you come in here, you can feel that through how our staff interacts, how our servers interact. You definitely feel like this is a place where it's not to say customer driven, but community driven, where like what people want to eat is what we serve. With a French, take on it.
Yeah, I feel that.
That's how it is.
No, because I've been on this block, and there's so many restaurants, lounges, bars, all through this block in the Lower East Side, right? Like, it was audacious of y'all to just like, you know what? We gonna pop out and show out, you know what I'm saying? And y'all definitely did, because I was in here one Thursday, like the first time I met you, and it was packed up in here. Like, I could not even like pass through. Like, how did y'all create that synergy to like bring that energy in here like that?
So I can't take credit for that.
Okay.
I have two wonderful partners, Evan and Chris. Evan comes from more of a hospitality background. He's been a promoter, and then he's managed 2 restaurants previously. And then Chris is just the most sociable person you've ever met in your life.
Yeah, he is.
Those 2 guys have a huge like community of just people who like to go out, who like to party, who like to eat good food, all that kind of stuff. And I saw that, and I'm like, okay, there's value in this. Let's figure out a way to monetize this. And that's kind of my background. So. Very quickly they were like, hey, okay, if we do this right, build the right ambiance and make sure that our food quality is good, it's not going to be an issue to get customers in here.
Yeah.
We kept the prices low because we're not, first year, we're not really trying to make a bunch of money. It's just, let's just grow this community, grow market share. And then in the future, once we figure out exactly what people like, what kind of drinks they like, kind of what our identity is, then we can adjust and figure it out from there. But that kind of mentality, which is like, just acquire customer basis right now mixed with an already existing, community, sparked and it blew up.
I like that. I like that. You keep mentioning the word community. So
it's the most important.
Why is that so important to you?
People support you when they feel like they're being heard. So if it's like, if you keep it transactional, if it's like I walk into this place and it's okay, the bartender, even small things like using jiggers behind the bar makes it feel more transactional. It's like, okay, they're measuring their pours because they don't want to overspend on alcohol costs. Whereas if you walk in and everyone's just kind of having a good time, yeah, maybe it costs the house more money, but it feels like you're walking into a place that's not so much like, okay, this drink costs this much because we need to make this this percent margin. It's more so we walk in and everyone's just flowing, and then you quickly want to be part of that community, and it creates gravity. When you have gravity, you're golden.
I like that. So as a young entrepreneur in the game right now, curating, ideating, building in this space, in the restaurant, bar, lounge space, like what would you give to the next person who's like you and tell them like when they're going into this, what are the key components?
This is a privilege, so I can't say this is like the #1 thing that I would do, but if you can make a restaurant or bar without relying on it as your main source of income, you'll do way better. If you're forcing it to, push out as much profit as you can, it's going to be a lot more difficult because you're relying on it to sustain yourself. But if you can do it out of love, like this place, for my partners, obviously they're full-time. For me, it's less so a source of income right now, so I don't focus on our bottom line, which has allowed the community aspect to thrive. If you can open a restaurant from that standpoint, by all means do it. If you have to, rely on it for sustainability for yourself, it's going to be a little bit harder. But still try and maintain as much as you can that ideology of I want to grow my customer basis and my market share above my bottom line.
I like that. So you're very operational here.
I handle operations.
You like operations of this. Like I like that. So is that something you enjoy doing?
I think it's just what I'm good at, and because I'm good at it, I enjoy it. It's like there's a synergy to it. So I couldn't split it off from whether I like it individually, but I definitely am good at it, and so there's a lot of satisfaction that comes from doing a very good job.
I like that. And so doing this entrepreneur thing that you've been doing for the past 10 years, like what are the lessons that you learned and what are the things that you want to do next? And like in those lessons that you learned, like in each venture, like what has been the ups and downs?
That's a good question. I think the one trait that I'm learning the most is delegation, and it's scary. Like it's really scary to be like, this person may do the job better than me, but also may do it worse, but either outcome is okay because it allows me free time. And like, as an entrepreneur, getting your free time back is the most valuable. So if I can properly delegate, which is what I'm learning how to do, it allows me time to go, research another part of the business or figure out how I can do something else better, because as someone who handles operations, like I have to figure out how to do my job and then do it. For me to do that, I have to spend time researching and figuring out, okay, what's the best order of operations for whatever task I'm currently embarking upon. I need mental space for that. I need clarity, and you only get that from delegation. So the biggest trait I'm personally learning is how to delegate properly and not be more anxious by doing so. Like, I'm hands off now, and if it goes to shit, it goes to shit. And that's okay, because
damn, we gonna let it go to shit?
No. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like whatever the small task is that I'm giving to somebody, if it crashes and burns, you compartmentalize it. You say, okay, this one task, it's okay. That's part of learning how to delegate. Is you set up fail safes. So if this goes to shit, that's okay. I made sure that it wouldn't affect the entire business. And that whole world of delegation is something that I'm learning now.
I like that. Now, we gonna try some food next. What's your favorite thing on the menu as far as the food?
The chicken.
The chicken?
Yeah.
What's good? What about the chicken?
The chicken comes with a pomme à la goat, and it's delicious. It's like this cheesy, creamy mashed potato. it just all blends perfectly. It has like a gravy sauce. It's delicious. You're gonna love it.
We about to dive into that next. And then what's your favorite drink before we continue?
My favorite and like the overall favorite, the girls love it, is the French kiss.
Okay.
When you go through the menu, you realize there's like a sexual aspect to all of the drinks. We have one called the Lower Your Standards. But yeah, the French kiss I think is the fan
Lower
favorite.
Your Standards.
Lower your standards, yeah.
That's
the
crazy.
Lower East Side, so you lower your standards a little bit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is cool.
Wild.
But yeah, French kiss is definitely our best seller.
All right. So we're going to be trying those drinks later on, guys. This is Eyes on Food. What's on your plate? I know what's on mine. It's Pardon Me tonight. And we about to eat next. My name is Zafe, your host with the most, all the taste and flavor. Welcome back to Eyes on Food. I know what's on my plate, what's on yours. I'm back here with Chris. How you feeling, boy?
I'm feeling good after that one. That was great.
You know the vibes.
Yeah.
We're back at Pardon Me. So, Chris, we at the bar. We at your space.
My stomping ground?
Yeah. Come on, tell me about this Pardon Me.
Man,
Pardon me.
Pardon me.
Pardon me.
It actually started like about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
Dimitri and I were talking about it, and we just wanted to have like a spot where we could have our, people or clients, whatever it was, to come to our spot so we could take care of them. We looked around for a bunch of spots, and this one stood out. Mm-hmm. And our other co-owner, Evan, and I and Dimitri all, it was a lot, man. We really busted our ass on this spot. We did 10 to 14-hour days for a whole month and built this whole place out, did the roof, did this, like polyurethane did, all of it. Redid the bar top. And then we had our mixologist, Kalani Robinson. He came in and helped with the menu, and we built some drinks out. We just kind of like stayed locked in here for a week.
That's crazy.
And just tried a bunch of drinks. And some of them didn't work, some of them did, and now we got this place.
Did you guys get like super drunk?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like one of the first times we did the tasting, I like after like 4 or 5 drinks, I was like, I don't know if I can like keep doing this, and we were all like kind of pretty hammered.
Kid you not, if I ran a restaurant or a bar, I'll be done. So
it's really, really difficult. I'm not gonna lie, like, because a lot of people come in and they're like, yo, Chris, like, let's take a shot, or like, yo, let me get a free drink, or yo, this, and like sometimes you're just like, okay, and then one turns into 7 shots later.
We can't be giving out free stuff.
No, I already know that.
What's on your plate?
Yeah,
I know what's
in your
mine.
wallet.
Fact, what's in your
what's
wallet?
in your wallet?
I don't got that trademark.
Yeah.
But now I feel that. So okay, so what sets you guys apart from other bars and lounges and restaurants in this block?
I mean, for instance, I wouldn't say competitor, but our neighboring spot is Hair of the Dog.
No, that's your competitor. Like,
Nah, we love Hair of the Dog. We love Hair of the Dog. We want peace here. We want peace. Hair of the Dog, they're more of like a sports bar, kind of like dive college bar.
Yeah.
I mean, we tried to do something where it was like, we didn't want to take ourselves too serious, but we also didn't want to like drop the ball. We wanted to like curate kind of something sexy, and I think we did. And I mean, we get a lot of really good reviews. We've only had one bad one, and it was on a Wednesday night.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it was like random. It was this guy from like Bushwick, and he was like, the music was weird. It was like, dude, it's a Wednesday night.
There's always a hater.
Yeah, but if you go on Yelp or Google or any of them and look at all of our reviews, they're all 5 stars, and they're all like, this is the best bar I've ever been to. And it's crazy because this place has only been open for 2 months.
Yeah.
And we're all 24, 25.
That's fire.
And have no idea what we're doing.
That's the best part.
We're just doing it.
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Just do it like Nike.
Literally.
Literally. So, when I first came in here, the music was busting.
Thank you.
Like, and I was like, whose playlist is this? I'm looking around, and Chris was like, it's me.
I like to take full credibility for the music and the playlist.
Yo.
I'll let Evan take full credibility for the back.
Okay.
I mean, he
just take all the credibility.
I
won't tell you.
I will. I'll be like, I designed the whole thing.
I'm over here starting Instagame.
Yeah, right? We got a bunch of problems. I think the craziest part is like you don't really know what you're walking into when you go into business. In general, it's kind of like you got to take like somewhat of a risk.
Yeah.
And with like your friends, it's like it's a lot. it's a lot more intense because you have like that separate relationship of like your friends. I mean, like I think we've done the best we can. Like there's some times where I fucking strangle both of them, and I bet they feel the same way about me. But you know, you got to figure it out to make it work.
I feel that.
Right?
I feel that.
That's it.
That's it. And it's all about community.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about that. How you feel about that?
I mean, community is everything for this place. Like if we didn't have a community, I don't think we would be a thing. You know, like. When I first moved to New York, I came from Miami, and then I was living in LA. I was a personal assistant for a celebrity. I had a bunch of people through that.
What was your personal assistant doing? Like, what was you doing?
Oh, I did everything. I went to, I would go set up their house for them to come and visit. I would go get groceries. I'd go pick up medication. I'd drop them off. I'd go pick up laundry. It's like anything they needed. She had like, I don't know, 4, maybe 6 personal assistants, and I was under the first one. So it was kind of like I was just, excuse me, doing the dirty work.
Damn.
Yeah, but it was great. It was a great experience.
Yeah,
Met a bunch of really cool people.
Okay.
And then I left and went back home to Miami, and then came here in January, like almost 3 years ago.
Okay.
Came out for modeling, and then met a girl, started DJing, bartended, DJ, did a bunch of like random shit, and then.
Now you're a married man with 2.
Now I'm a married man with 3 children, and that's my stepson calling me right now. Yeah, no, it's just like it just kind of worked out, and then this opportunity came, and we just ran with it.
Man, you guys did a great job with the space, and I can't wait for you to get into these drinks. What are we gonna drink?
Whatever you want. You want
All right,
some hot, sweet, whatever.
Not too sweet, not too bitter, but just right.
What's your main drink you like to drink?
Mezcal.
Mezcal?
I'm a mezcal guy.
I actually have a beautiful bottle of mezcal.
Okay.
Let me just grab it.
Okay.
It's right here.
We'll be right back.
Hold on, 2 seconds.
Eyes on food, eyes on cup. We about to taste some of this mezcal. Okay, let's get into this.
I got it.
All right.
So this is the producer.
Okay.
Here, I'll switch it in.
Mm-hmm.
This is the producer.
Okay.
It's a really good bottle of.
Can we try some of this?
Absolutely.
All right.
Let's do it.
And then we're gonna get into the cocktails and listing. We're gonna show you everything, guys. So stay tuned. But right now, we're gonna try a shot of this mezcal real quick. All right. Don't be too heavy-handed, Chris.
I won't. Let me get a free shot.
Let me get a free shot.
Let me get a free shot.
You know, that's what's so.
I'm charging you.
All right,
Cheers.
let's try some of this. I'm gonna just sip because I still have work to do, y'all.
Oh, that's good.
It is good.
It's smooth. It's smooth. All good. I do that. No. I do that 5 times a night.
Really? That's crazy. Yo.
Why not? We got more of them.
What's in your cup?
What's in your cup?
Well, that's Eyes on Food. This is Chris. My name is Zafe. I'm your host with the most taste and flavor. Keep your eyes on. Next, we're going to be talking to Evan, the guy who showed us a little bit of the design, the creativity of this place. Pardon me. Keep your eyes on. Pardon me. Welcome back to Eyes on Food. My name is Zafe, your host with the most. I know what's on my plate, what's on yours. I'm back here with the brother
Yes, sir.
behind the Pardon Me.
Yes.
How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling lovely.
This
Great
is
day.
Evan. Evan, right?
Yes, Evan Lewis.
Evan Lewis. All right, Evan Lewis. So
Yes.
tell us about Pardon Me, the inspiration behind the design.
Okay, well, Pardon Me is
First off, tell me a little bit about your background.
my background.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to work at Lola Taverna and Little Prince under Kobe Levy and Will Macris. They taught me a lot to give me that confidence to jump into this new venture at 25. My two buddies, and so I started doing that. Before that, I used to be a party promoter with my boy Zach. We were promoting for about 2-3 years. That's where I built a lot of my connections in this community that we see in Pardon Me right now. So all that led up to this, where we're at right now. Pardon Me, I want to say it's almost a family. We've been open for 2 months now, and we're building up that community. A lot of my people are coming out to show love. A lot of Chris's and Dimitri's people are showing love, and we're
Eyes
giving
on
it
Mag
back.
is showing love.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Keep your eyes on.
Yes,
You know?
sir. What was your other question?
No, there was no question. We having a conversation.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
This ain't a. No, I was just asking, like, what, like, you know, like, what's your background? Like, you in this culinary space, and I won't say clinical. You in this culinary space, and you know, you design the space and the vibes and the, you know.
Well, fun fact, I went to art school.
Okay.
Everyone in my family, they paint, they take photos, they do something with their hands, something artistic.
Right.
And so, being in the hospitality industry, it gets taken away a little bit. You know, being able to be creative. So when we opened this spot, I was like, listen, I need to be creative. I need to feel something, and I put my creativity into the design for this. Fun fact, this photo right here I took in Italy.
Oh, that's
yeah. First summer in Europe, it was fantastic. It was a great
Where
time.
in Italy?
This was in Florence.
Oh, Florence.
Yeah.
I've had Italian food, Florence food, especially more Naples.
Yeah.
They're both different, a little different, but it's fire.
It is. It's delicious food.
It's delicious food.
So yeah, from the artistic background, that's how we got this whole design, you know?
I like it. I'm feeling it. So, hold on. So, what was the inspiration by this design?
To be honest, we're all 25. Chris is 24. And we all sat down and we're like, listen, we want to make something that's beautiful that doesn't look like 3 25-year-olds threw this together. And so that's why we just put our full effort and like our minds into this, of like every little detail, from the bar to the shelvings behind the bar, the tin ceilings that we have, this chandelier, the pink couches. The pink couches were more for the ladies, you know, for the Instagram photos.
The baddies.
But, you know, you have a lot of those in here. Come to part of me.
They really do. They really do. You come here on a Thursday, it's thirsty. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, for sure.
Nah, that's what's up. So with Pardon Me, you guys are doing something different. What is that?
So I get this question asked a lot, and my answer changes up all the time.
As it should be.
Right now, what I think that Pardon Me is offering to people is a bit of a sense of old school New York, in the sense of like, we play hip hop all the time, we play jazz, we play Amy Winehouse, but you're getting music. This is just one part of it, but you're getting music that you're not getting at other places.
Yeah.
And a lot of people resonate with that, and they love it, and they keep on coming back. It's like, oh, this playlist is so good. I want to listen to this. I want to listen to Hove, Nas, you know, whatever. And then
whatever.
Yeah. Besides that, though, everyone knows me. Everyone knows Chris. Everyone knows Dimitri. So when we see them, everyone feels like it's family. You know, I'm like, oh, yo, what up? What up? How are you? You know, and it just feels good. Instead of like being like, great, welcome to your table.
Right.
You know, when you make people feel comfortable, they want to stay longer. They want to spend more money. You're providing someone an experience, and that's what we're doing here at Pardon Me. You're providing an experience.
I like that. And with the competitive landscape that we have in this neighborhood alone, do you guys ever get scared that, you know, the community is not gonna continuously come through?
You know, we were worried about that the week before opening. And then opening night happened. Sorry, excuse me.
Cool.
Opening night happened, and if you would have saw the amount of people that were outside, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a problem having all these people here.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm not too worried about that. You know,
like
the community is showing us love, and we're showing love to the community. So,
I like that.
You know,
I like the
feels
confidence.
good. Thank you.
So where are you going next with Pardon Me? Like, can we get some tea? I mean, some tea. You know, some hot toddies. Like, what's going on? Like,
there's a lot of things in the works for Pardon Me. Just keep your eye out. I don't want to ruin the fun or spoil anything. There's some stuff bubbling up underneath, you know? There's a lot of good things happening. Hopefully in a year from now, we'll have our 2 a.m. liquor license, which is gonna be even crazier, you know? Way more fun. Right now we have the 12 a.m. and we had to kick everybody out once it's 12, and you know,
like, get out,
you know? Turn on the lights.
Pardon me, get out.
Always with the Pardon Me.
You're right.
You know? No, but a lot of people have said that, like, you know, I kind of like that. You know, you guys are like about your business and not going past 12, you know? Because it's like, damn, I want more. Let me come back next week. Let me come back earlier next week.
I like that.
Let's have the party like jump off earlier, you know?
So we gonna throw a Fashion Week party together?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Down.
Like, listen, y'all heard it. If he don't follow through, get him.
Get me.
No, so wait, let's go back a little bit because I love the design. I love the aesthetic of this place.
Thank you.
I like the subtle hints. Take me through that, like, you know, and then we're gonna walk through and show me your favorite part of this place, and the aesthetic of where you like to be at and what inspired this space. 'Cause I feel like that says a lot of like the design and like why you did what you did when you put it together. You know what I mean?
Okay. Where can I begin with? Let me start with the things that were annoying to do. Okay. All right. This wall. If you look closely, you can't see it with the chandelier. This is a French wash. All right.
Wow.
So we had a contractor do it. He didn't do it correctly, so we had to do a bunch of the other walls ourselves. So
what is a French wash?
A French wash is basically you have your first coat of paint, and you have a darker coat, and then there's a specific type of cloth that you had to pat it. And then you had to keep on patting it and making sure you get a dry spot and you keep on patting it. So we had to do that for like maybe 6 of the walls here.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I taught myself how to French wash. So that's something I picked up on.
French wash?
Yeah, he was French washing. These beautiful couches, these are channels.
Okay.
I didn't want any tufted ones. Tuft doesn't look good in a restaurant. The channels do. It just gives it more of a classier vibe, feel. What else? These, fun fact, this used to be an omakase restaurant.
Really?
So they're not gonna be able to see, but if you look up, everything's linear.
They gonna see it.
Yeah?
We definitely gonna get them that B-roll.
Yes.
Don't
Give
worry
them
about
the B-roll,
it.
please. Everything is linear. So I was like, okay, we need to round a lot of these things out and make it feel like more like a French feel, like Mediterranean feel.
Do you speak French?
No.
Okay.
Je ne sais quoi.
All I know is bonjour, madame. Je m'appelle Zafe.
Yes. This was a rectangle. This was a window, and I told the contractor, I was like, we need to curve this out, make this round. So now you see these are all round, and it gives it more of that feel. It feels sexy, you know.
Yeah. It is sexy.
You know, we want to do a bunch of curtains as well to just give it that old school feel, and with the tent as well. There's a lot of little neat things in here if you like just take the time, you know, especially with the bathrooms. The bathrooms were...
I haven't really looked through the bathrooms like that, but what I will say is that when I walk into a space, the aesthetic is very important to me. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like, what's your favorite restaurant that you've been to in the city besides you guys? Like that you curated, that you enjoyed the aesthetic simultaneously with the food and the cocktails?
That's a good question.
All 3 of them.
Yeah.
All 3 of them.
All 3 of them.
You know what I mean?
No, that's a good question.
All 3 of them. Aesthetic, food, and cocktails. And service. All 4 of them.
Alba Cucina.
Alba Cucina.
Yeah.
Where is that at?
That is on 18th Street in Chelsea.
Really?
18th and I want to say 11th. It's do you know the it's underneath the High Line. Yeah. It's a beautiful restaurant. It's an Italian restaurant. Gorgeous space. Gorgeous space. The food is top tier and the drinks. It's just, you know, I go there on my dates. It's perfect. It's a great date spot. It looks beautiful. It's a fun time.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Alba Cucina.
Yeah, Alba, A-L-B-A, Cucina.
Cucina, all right. Like, back to Pardon Me.
Yes, back to Pardon Me. Enough about the other restaurants.
Right, you over here giving out free advertising.
Free game. I just gave you free game on a date spot.
Seriously.
Come on now. Besides Pardon Me. Pardon Me is a better date spot, though.
It sure is.
Come on,
you know, older man.
Actually, you might come on a date. You might leave somebody else. I don't know. You never know. It's like bringing sand to the beach here.
So with Pardon Me, what's your favorite drink on the menu?
My favorite drink is the lower your standards.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you lower your standards?
Nah, I don't.
Okay.
Never.
I'm about to say. So why do y'all have a drink called Lower Your Standards?
It's funny.
Okay.
It's funny, you know? We're 25, you know, you have to put the humor in there.
I like that. I like that.
My second favorite drink would be the French Kiss.
The French Kiss?
Yeah.
Why? What's inside of the French Kiss?
The inside of the French Kiss is muddled raspberries with coconut rum. So it's
okay, I want to try that.
Yes,
we're gonna try that, right?
Yeah,
okay.
we're gonna do it.
And then what's inside the Lower Your Standards?
It's vodka and cucumbers with crushed ice. It's a very refreshing drink. It's really good, and it gets the job done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
you know.
right. All right.
You hear it in the name.
What is your favorite thing on the food menu?
On the food menu, there's a few things I like. I like the stuffed mussels. That's one of my favorites.
I gotta try that. Definitely
And
gotta try
then
that.
the steak frites, of course, we're a French restaurant, so the steak frites, I made sure that our chefs got it down packed. So it's beautiful, it's amazing. The sauce, all works together.
Okay. You guys are a trio.
Mm-hmm.
You guys partner up to do this project.
Yes.
Do y'all get along?
Yes.
Okay. I'm over here trying to start stuff.
No, we do get along. Of course, you know, you go into business with 3 of your friends.
Yeah.
3 of your closest friends.
How long you guys been friends?
I've been friends with Chris for 4 years now.
Okay.
4
so
years
he's
now.
New. That's a
Yeah.
new friendship.
And but it feels like it's been a lifetime.
Okay.
You know, Dimitri, I've been friends with for 2 or 3 years now.
Oh wow, these are all new friendships.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but they've shown me their loyalty.
Yeah.
And
loyalty is important.
You know, very important. They
You know,
haven't.
loyalty and trust is the heart. It's like a commodity
It
these
is,
days. Like
sure.
you cannot hold that lightly. You know what I'm
can't.
saying? Because people just think like, you know, they could just do whatever and not think about the other person when they're building a relationship with somebody. And I feel like when you're building a business with somebody, it's a relationship.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? So you guys got to check in with each other. You have to communicate.
Yep.
How do you do well with communicating?
I will say this. I know Dima. He hates texting me because I never respond on my phone. You know, I'm more of an in-person communicator.
Same.
You know, I'm horrible with the phone. I take
So
I
you don't
take after
answer
my
the
mother
phone?
with that.
Don't blame your mom.
Nah, that's
How you
what
gonna blame mom?
You know, because she never picks up her phone.
That's crazy.
You know, like all my cousins used to call her, she never picked up the phone. She only picks up the phone for me. You know,
Wow.
so
Well, you're her son. So
yeah,
that
of
makes
course.
sense.
You know,
Yeah, I'd be messed up she didn't answer.
yeah, I know.
You know, that'd be wild.
That would be.
Yeah.
No, but like, just a little bit bad with the phone, but I communicate well in person.
Okay.
You know, we sit down, we have our meetings weekly. We text. You know,
Yeah.
it might take an hour or 2 for me to get a response back. You know, I'm busy.
Okay,
So,
you busy.
you know, I mean, we just open up.
Right.
You know, so I'm
Right.
busy talking to customers and everything like that. But we do communicate well. You know, if we have any problems, we talk about it right then and there. You
Right.
know, we don't shy away from all of that because if you let things harbor, it's gonna build resentment and all of that, and we don't want that.
Yeah,
You know, we're
I feel
25 and we're friends and we're building this community, and we need to have that communication
I like
to
that.
to let everything flow well. You know?
I like that. So, what's next with Pardon Me? Like, give me some. Like, what are we doing next?
What we doing next?
Activation, collaboration.
We have a few activations coming out.
Conglomeration.
Some collabs.
Okay.
You know, we're working on some things.
All right.
We might have a little calendar coming out.
All right.
Me, Dimitri, and Chris. You know, it might be a
Wait, what calendar?
you know, 12 months calendar. You know.
Yeah. I
Some
see
of
where
the-
you guys
you
going
know,
with the marketing.
Yes.
So, are you gonna be selling these calendars?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna give a few away for free
Okay.
though to some of the pretty ladies.
Okay,
you know?
that's smart. That's smart.
You know, I
That's
just gotta
smart.
hit the gym a little bit more.
Marketing. You guys
you
are
know?
using the marketing brain.
Mhm.
All right,
Marketing
cool.
and comedy. You know.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, thank you guys for making
Anytime.
time for me. I'm ready to eat. I'm
Yeah?
not gonna lie to you. I'm hungry.
Let's do
I
it.
want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to drink. We got to all sit down and
Mhm.
drink, galvanize, collab, talk about what we're going to do next with each other.
Yes.
I'm excited for that. This is Eyes on Food. What's on your plate? I know what's on mine. Keep your eyes on. My name is Zafe, your host with the most flavor and taste. Stay tuned. Next up, we're going to be eating. We're going to be trying out the food from Pardon Me and the drinks.
Yes,
And
sir.
I'm ready to dig in.
My guy. Yes, sir.
Bruh,
Let's do it.
Fired. Let's do this. Boy.
All right, so this is the back room at PDR.
All right.
This whole room is a little homage to like old school France. A bunch of Victorian style
Very
couches.
vintage. Very
Yeah.
vintage.
So I found all these couches off of Facebook, Craigslist. Yeah, you
Digging
feel like a
this.
boss,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Match you with the
Mhm.
suede jacket. Oh, drop my
Everyone
phone.
loves this back room. They take a lot of photos here. The mirror, the chandelier.
Mirror
Mhm.
on the wall.
Fun fact: these speakers, we got these speakers for I want to say 160,
Okay.
those would go a lot more,
Really?
a lot higher price, but they're great old school speakers. All those paintings were from thrift stores. The rugs, the curtains, dried out flowers. That's a little homage to my mother.
Okay.
She used to do that when I was younger a lot. So I was like, let me throw something in there for my mom. Mom do.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
The tin ceiling.
So the aesthetic of the ceiling
Mm-hmm.
is very intricate. Tell me about this French design.
I will give my hat off to Dimitri with this one.
Who's Dimitri again?
Dimitri's. No. So we both wanted tin ceilings, but I cannot find a tin ceiling for the life of me. This is a bunch of old school Parisian restaurants have tin ceilings, you know? And so we were like, we're a French restaurant, we need to have tin ceilings.
You have to have tin ceilings.
So it looks classy, it looks
was this
good.
flown out of France?
Nah.
South of France?
Nah. China.
Not China, France.
France. China, France.
China.
Something like that.
Something like, you know what I'm saying?
No.
No, I like the aesthetic of this. This is really
Thank you.
fire. And then the art on the walls, like that too, like where'd you guys get this from?
Salvation Army,
Thrift shopping.
thrift store in Brooklyn,
I like that.
eBay, all of that, you know?
You guys was really sourcing.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
really were,
Hot sauce.
you know?
Got you.
This guy right there. I don't know how to drive, so he knows how to drive.
Well, you don't know how to drive? Oh, you
I'm from
definitely
New York.
from New York. That's
Come on
wild.
now.
That's crazy.
Come on now. But yeah, he was picking up, I will give a shout out to Chris about that. He was picking
Okay.
up all the couches in the U-Haul.
I spent maybe 45 hours in a U-Haul truck.
All right,
It was
this is
worth
not
it. I got
about
this.
you.
I got this couch for $60.
Yo, that's fire.
All right.
So I'm
That
taking
couch
this with me.
125.
I'm taking this couch from
You
you.
know,
Yeah, this
if
is
you pick it
fire.
up, that shit is heavy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is heavy. Yeah,
You
that's
know?
heavy. Nah, everything's intricately put together and it's
Thank
really
you.
sourced really well. And I really appreciate the design of this place. You know, so let's definitely go eat because I'm hungry,
Yeah, let's
you
do
know?
it.
Keep your eyes on food. What's on your plate? I know what's on mine. Pardon me. Next stop, we about to eat, try the dishes and the drinks. Thank you, Evan. Welcome back to IZON Food, guys. My name is Zafe. I'm your host with the most flavor and taste. Too much flavor in your head. We don't want to get flagged. We don't want to get flagged. We're back to, pardon me, IZON Food. I know what's on my plate, what's on yours. We back, guys.
It's the best line.
There we go.
Yo, the food is
Fire.
here. The food is fucking here.
Food is here.
Finally.
Yo, I'm excited. All right, so what do we got here? What we got here?
All right, so we have the steak frites right here.
All right.
We have the chicken dish.
All right.
We have mushroom croquetas. We have meatball skewers with the toasted baguettes that you dip the sauce in. Very good.
Sauce. Okay.
You have some ham croquetas.
All right, so let's dive in.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
I'm gonna try one of these.
All right,
Okay,
look
I'm
at
gonna try
this.
one of these.
I've never
You get
tried
the
it.
sauce and you pour it over the steak. This is the best sauce in the city, and let me tell you, all right?
What makes that sauce the best sauce in the city?
My chefs, come on now.
Chef
Can't-
Maya.
Yeah, Chef Maya. Shout out to
Okay.
Chef Maya.
Shout out to Chef Maya.
Maya Chavez.
Okay, let me try this. So I'm trying the mushroom. What's this again?
Mushroom croqueta.
Mushroom coqueta. Okay. All right.
Awful.
How you gonna say that about your own place?
No, I was imagining you being like, oh god, these are awful.
Oh, this mashed potatoes is banging.
Yeah.
Oh, this is really
Fun
good.
fact,
Okay.
they have Gruyere cheese in them. That's
Grilled
why they like
cheese?
that. Gruyere.
Gruyere cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it like a
A little bit thicker.
This chicken is really good. Pause.
pause.
Evan has been on a rampage.
Oh,
brother.
all day.
Oh, brother. This is what
Yeah.
happens when you work in the hospitality industry.
I know it's foodborne, but like, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Nah, this sauce is fantastic. What is this sauce made from? Like,
We can't give away those secrets.
come on. Come on, pardon me.
Special.
Pardon the secret. All right,
But yeah.
this chicken's really tender. It's really, really tender.
Spinach is good too with the
Eat that spinach. No? That's not even crazy. That wasn't even crazy.
no,
No.
That's the way it came out. Fuck. I never used to say pause until I moved to New York.
Really?
Like, yeah, no one ever in Miami would ever say that.
Because Miami's boring. They're not
Yeah,
fun.
Miami
I mean,
looks
I-
kind of boring.
I'm not a big fan of Miami, but
So what kind of experience do you guys want people to come when your guests come here? All right, to a party me.
I'll let Chris take this one.
oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
I mean, I think Dimitri said it the best. Like, just we want them to have a good experience, service-wise, food-wise, drink-wise.
Let me try some of these fries.
Yeah, go ahead. Like it's all like an ecosystem. And if one thing is off,
Everything is off.
everything's off. So it's kind of got to be like, you know, it's a job at the end of the day, but it's also like, it's like raising a baby. Like you got to teach it how to walk, teach it how to crawl, how to speak, and then at some point, it kind of walks on its own. But right now we're still in those, you know, development stages of getting it together and making sure that the bartenders know exactly what to do, or the servers. I mean, even from Evan and I, like, running a place together and doing it with, I mean, me close to none, but he's had a lot more experience of running a actual restaurant / bar. And it's a lot of work, man. It's not easy. It's not just like, oh, hey, the doors are open.
Yeah.
This is more like, there's a lot of shit that goes into this.
I can only imagine. I just come here to eat.
Literally.
I know what's on my plate.
What's on yours?
What's on yours? Right. That's what's up.
Also, we play really good music here.
Yeah, I was telling him that earlier.
Yeah, and I think that's a big thing that a lot of the clientele or people that come in here, they're always like, they gravitate towards the music.
Right. Right.
Play a lot of old school hip hop, play really good music, and
Yeah.
you want to curate a vibe, you know?
No, absolutely. I mean,
An
think about it.
Yeah.
An experience. And think about it, like two universal languages, food and music.
Crazy.
Who thought about that?
Crazy.
Right? At one time. You know what I'm saying? So as the music is bumping, people are dancing at the bar, and then people are eating, enjoying the food. How are you guys feeling at the moment when you see that happen?
That's a good question. It was crazy when it first happened.
Yeah. No, it hits me in waves and it hits randomly. You know, when someone comes up to you randomly on the street, like, oh, pardon me. I was like, yeah.
That's crazy.
You know,
That
that's
is
a crazy. That's a
Our
crazy.
Instagram grew really, really quick too. We started with 0 followers.
Yeah.
And now we're at what, 1,600?
Yeah.
Close to
It's
it.
been 2 months.
Yeah.
That's good.
The craziest thing was one of my childhood friends I grew up in Wisconsin. My dad's from Milwaukee, and he messaged me and was like, "Yo, are you a part of Pardon Me?" Like, just DM me randomly from Wisconsin.
That's crazy.
I was like, "Yo, I've been seeing it and like hearing about it. Are you a part of it?" And I thought that was crazy that was, you know, getting on.
Was he trying to send you some cheese?
Probably.
Because I heard Wisconsin got some good cheese.
No, they have
Yeah.
the best. We're the cheese state.
I hate cheese.
Me too.
I'm not a fan of cheese.
You
Not
hate
a-
cheese?
You know that.
I know.
He said, I know.
I know, Pookie.
That's what's up.
We have drinks coming in right now too, as well.
I'm excited. What did you order?
So we have the BPM coming in and the French kiss, Galaxy.
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 Can you
So,
bring the drinks over, please?
That response of what comes from mainly me
Okay.
Yeah.
annoying and harassing the shit out of Galaxy.
Yes, that is literally the
Galaxy.
French kiss for me, please. Thank you.
Wait, you wanted the BPM, right?
Yes. I'm gonna try that.
You want one?
Yeah.
No, I'll just sit here with no drink.
Just to make sure.
Can I
We're gonna cheers. Not yet.
do it? Can I do a lower your standards? Por favor?
Yeah.
Do you have low standards, Chris?
Do you think I do, Evan?
No. Hey, one thing I will say is,
You better watch out.
You better watch out.
beautiful taste that part of me. Beautiful
Oh
taste.
yeah, insane.
Beautiful taste.
Mhm.
Right?
We have an incredible layout.
Layout. No, the layout is beautiful. Obviously, the food is fantastic.
We
Who
got-
knew
yeah.
that you can get good food from a bar, lounge vibes? You know what I'm saying? I guess that's the thing,
Yeah.
right?
Restaurant, man. A lot of people don't know that we serve food.
Well, they're gonna know now.
They're gonna know
Evan
now.
did that. Excuse me. Evan did that video, and I think like a lot of people responded to that. And we're like, "Yo, that's the best video you guys have." You edit all this too? What's that?
The TikTok video of me.
Oh yeah, the TikTok video that Evan did where he was like, yo, by the way, we are also a restaurant. We serve food. We're not just a party spot. Everyone was like, yo, that was the best video I've seen. Thank you, Galaxy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Galaxy.
All right, let's cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Eyes on food.
Eyes on
Eyes
food.
on food.
What's in
There
your
we
cup?
go.
What's in your cup?
What's in your cup? Oh, God, that's such a good drink.
So good.
This is really good. Oh my god.
He's not just saying that, by the way.
I'm really not.
I'm,
I'm really not. What's this called again? The bottom bitch?
BPM.
Oh, BPM.
Yes.
What does that stand for?
baby peanut butter
Martini.
martini, right? Yeah.
Peanut butter martini. Who
I
came up
don't
with
like
that?
that name.
Yeah.
I think
That's like you did actually.
I did. That was a weak name, but I came up with the other ones.
Some of the other ones.
I came up with all of them. I came up with the French kiss.
No, that was me.
No, it was not.
The French kiss
Fight,
was me.
fight.
Get out of here. It was not.
Yes. The
And I
longest-
did. And I
No.
did. Oh my God!
Wow.
You're gonna take credit for this?
Yes. You brought it from.
That's
Wait, aren't
crazy.
you guys a team?
You the one who made the drink.
What's going on here?
But I've made the name.
The name? No, I think it was the collective maybe.
No,
What, the
it's-
part of me?
No, the
Oh.
the lower your standards.
Bro,
name.
you're lying.
I don't know.
We should. You know what we should talk about?
What should we talk about?
How much Evan flirts when he is
Wow.
at the bar.
Evan be thotting and biting at the bar?
Please.
He be getting to work.
Look at me and look at Chris.
First
Chris
off,
looks like a young Ethan Hawke and a Chad Michael Murray.
nah, I don't want to hear that.
He looks like a Chad
I
Michael
have.
Murray.
I have.
All
You
the
look like
women.
Chad
I have
Michael
All
Murray.
the women come to
One
the
Tree
bar.
Hill.
Bro,
Yes,
That
all
used to be
the
my
all the
shit.
women come to the bar for
Lucas.
Chris.
You, Evan.
Is that you?
Here, I got.
Whoa.
I got picture proof of
Alright,
Evan right
relax.
now.
Not picture
Relax.
That was
proof.
him last night.
What? Show the camera.
I
Show
don't
the
know if I should.
camera.
Oh,
He said,
brother.
"Don't show the
Yeah,
camera."
he's gonna get in trouble
He
for that
doesn't
one.
want to get. He doesn't want to get seen. Sorry, we didn't want to
No, but it's good.
expose you like that.
When you're coming back in here, right?
Of course.
On like a party night.
Of course.
When he comes in, when you come in on the party night,
Today's dinner, we do a party night another time. These fries is fire, bro.
you can get like B-roll or something of Evan flirting at the bar.
Okay.
Cause it's so specific. Galaxy,
Oh, brother.
what does Evan do when he flirts? Come over here.
Yeah. We want to know.
He sounds like he's trying to get bottom.
You can't say that. That's crazy.
Wait, what?
No, Thomas, that's crazy.
That's why I
Because I lean over, right? It's very much like animated, like high school jock over like the.
Oh God,
The lockers,
it's
you know?
incredible. It's incredible work.
But the thing is like if I'm behind the bar, I lean over, you know, and I'm like this,
No, it's very cute. It's very
you know.
oh, here it is.
Hold the camera.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, brother.
Is that how we getting these custies and pardon me?
No.
Pardon my twerk?
Pardon my twerk is nuts.
Part of my work.
Listen, I don't flirt with the customers.
Okay.
I don't.
You just trying to get
I'm just explaining the drinks and the menu. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I'm doing. And they happen to be attractive women, and you know,
Listen, you trying to get these
they
bills
catch,
paid.
yeah, they catch me off guard, and like they make this narrative that I'm flirting with all these girls and all that. and it's
No,
not true.
I know the game, bro.
You know?
You gotta get these bills paid. This wasn't born last night.
No,
you
it
know?
was not.
Frank wasn't built in a day. You know?
It was dumb.
You know? I feel that though.
I've never tried these. Are these good?
They look really good. The sauce is really good too.
Good. Oh, those are good.
They're really, really good. So with this food, right? You said the dishes are gonna change, you know, seasonally. What are we expecting in the next season? Like, this is the winter, fall winter food dishes.
Yeah, I mean, this has kind of been our.
So,
Oh, we did change it. Yeah, we did.
so going into the winter season, you know, you want to have more heavier, hefty meals. So we were thinking about adding a French onion soup to
I
the
love
menu.
French onion soup.
You know, it's good, it's great. It's cold outside, snowing. You want some French onion soup. Just a bit heavier meals that like make the customers sit and like really enjoy and talk over the meal. Even though talking over French onion soup is not the best. The smell, you know, those onions, you know,
Oh God.
you know.
I know.
Along with our drink menu too, just like, maybe like a hot toddy or like our version of a hot toddy.
Yeah.
A lot more rum, a lot more whiskey in the menu. Just something.
I definitely want to get a whiskey drink. Oh, well, besides the.
Yeah. But something that's like, gives you a little fire.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Any holiday parties that you guys doing? This is like, I feel like we're having a holiday meal right now.
Not with his button-up shirt on, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I had to look nice.
He said, I thought I had to look nice. Of course you got to look nice. Always look nice.
Yeah, we have some events and parties coming up.
That's what's up. Am I invited?
Of course. You'll see
We're
it.
gonna do an ugly sweater party too.
I'll be fire.
It's gonna be fun.
We also ran out that back room too.
Really?
Yeah, we rented
That
out.
back room is fire.
It's really nice. He
Guys.
curated it very beautifully.
It's beautiful.
I'll give him the full credit.
Okay. Finally,
deserves-
someone's getting credit.
He deserves it.
Finally.
But I will take the credit for actually
Picking it up.
picking it up, making it happen. Oh, we also had. Well, he's not here, but
This coquette is really good. Who's not here?
one of our other partners.
Dimitri.
No, the other one.
There's another one?
Yeah,
Who's that?
silent.
Mute.
Mute. But he went. I think he drove to Pennsylvania or something.
Yeah. Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he drove to Pennsylvania. It was like 13 hours and picked up like this couch and and he picked up a
Chandelier.
chandelier.
And a dishwasher or something like that.
Yeah,
Something like that.
it wasn't.
No, it wasn't that. It was something.
Come on, guys. Dishwasher.
Heavier.
Couch.
No, it was a couch. It was a couch, a
up a
chandelier, fridge.
The fridge.
Fridge.
The
Yeah.
fridge. Yeah.
I know this food is good because I'm scraping all these plates up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just saying that. Yeah, like I can eat.
Show that to the camera.
I really can eat. Like
Look at that.
Wow, you bodied that plate.
literally bodied it.
Bodied.
Bodied.
What do you think?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good?
Pretty good. I give it a good. What we scoring?
Out of 10.
Out of
Oh, I
10?
can't get the.
But like be real with it.
No, I'm gonna be very real. I'm not gonna lie.
You're making me nervous.
Freaking out.
I give it an 8.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. What?
There we go.
Yeah.
8 is a great number.
For what you guys like, it's a lounge bar. You know what I'm saying? I give it an 8. Like
That's
you know
great. That's phenomenal.
Because the food is good, the atmosphere is good, the drinks are good, but the food is good. I think that's so important. You know what I'm saying? That's the number one thing. And also, I'm not tired after I finish eating. You know what I'm saying?
Itis.
I'm not like, oh my God, I want to go home and go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I want to continue to party. I want to continue to vibe. So I give it an 8.
A win is a win.
A win is a win.
A win is a win.
And you guys won.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Perfect
saying?
date night spot's not gonna mess up your stomach.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, this is a vibe.
You know.
Is there anything else I need to know before I leave?
Chad, anything?
Shad, you really do look like him. Okay.
No, I think you kind of wrapped it up.
Well, this was fun. My name is Zafe, your host with the most. This is Evan.
Yes.
Chad. My name is Zafe, your host with the most flavor and taste. This is Eyes on Food. Keep your eyes on your plate, because I'm keeping mine on my plate. Oof.
Boom.
I'm going to say it again.
Well
Can I
done.
say it again? Mm-hmm. My name is Zafe, your host with the most flavor and taste. Keep your eyes on your plate, because I know what's on mine. Evan?
Come support me. Buy that steak.
Come watch Evan flirt.
Guys, this was great. See you next soon for the next episode.